Once. Welcome. Let's enter in through the doorway of hallelujah here. Hello, KZOOMers.
Hey, it's really good to see you.
So good to see you. This is it's a bit of a hard time, and the sense of needing each other and connecting has just become so kind of crucial.
Compelling.
Yes. I wanted to just start with this teaching from James Baldwin. He says, the longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love, whether we call it friendship or family or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Gentle work, steadfast work, life-saving work in those moments when life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from our view. But there is still a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it back. In our best moments, we are that person for another. I just wanted to say, like, we can beam on Zoom, We can beam on Zoom. We can beam that light back, the light that we see or the light that we imagine. We can beam it back, and that is kind of what we need now. So,
and it's I gotta say, I really, really appreciate Tony and Jonathan in Australia kind of holding an anchor for us here in America, you know. We appreciate you.
Yeah. So, so we are on this journey that brings us to the work of love. And the place we are in Shir HaShirim, Aylecha, says, I am dark and beautiful, O daughters of Jerusalem. Dark as the tents of Kedar, lavish as Solomon's tapestries. Do not see me only as dark, for the sun has stared at me. My brothers have quarreled with me. They have made me guard the vineyards. I have not guarded my own. And as I've been contemplating this week, I couldn't help but think about Kamala, a woman of color, who is so beautiful, being kind of, that for me representing the divine feminine, and in a quarrel with those brothers that quarreled with her, and feeling like, we are that woman who is not, who has been kind of taken from her own vineyard, and is dealing with a difficult situation. And so this practice that I want to do with you is about healing shame. And shame comes from both abuse and rejection, and it lodges itself in our bodies, and it keeps us from the fullness of our love. And so
I just realized I really do feel ashamed of being an American. I hadn't consciously noticed that until right now.
We want to clear all
I want to clear that.
We want to clear all the shame.
Because that's not going to help anybody.
And shame, Brene Brown says that shame is the most powerful master emotion. It's the fear that we're not good enough. And so we want to clear that, and we want to transform the energy of it and the energy of rejection. And we've all, experienced that. And so the chant that we'll do, Yom Ira Ani, when we first start to sing it, we're singing it from the place of our own shame. And then we say, Benot Yerushalayim, which is we turn to each other. We turn to our friends on the path. And something gets transformed in us through that connection. And then when we sing it again, it is in a major key, and we sing it really with so differently. And I was watching a YouTube of Stephen Levine, who was teaching about trauma, and he was teaching about shame as being a certain kind of a posture that kind of is like this and looking away, that our bodies do that in shame. And when I'm singing this chant, at the beginning of the chant, I'm like that. I'm kind of bent over and looking down to the side. And then I look up and I see the daughters of Jerusalem. And then I step into my pride and my glory. And it's exactly the exercise that he uses with people who are dealing with shame. And I've been doing this for a while. So it was very affirming to say, like, oh yeah, so this is in our bodies. We want to be able to release this with a change in posture. So as we begin, just feel that kind of that dark place inside that kind of makes you turn away from life and try to protect yourself And we sing there, we sing Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava. And then we turn to each other. Benot Yerushalayim. We receive that beaming back of our light, and then we sing Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava. So like, let your body just come into that place of expansion for the second part. And then we come back to find another layer of that shame to release. Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Benot Yerushalayim Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Benot Yerushalayim Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava. So really feel the contrast between those two parts so that you can do the release. Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Benot Yerushalayim Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina Ani v'nava Shechina
Ahavah Benot Yerushalayim.
Take a look around at those Benot Yerushalayim here.
Shechina Ani Ahavah Ani. Shechina Ani Ahavah. Shechina Ani Ahavah Ani. Shechina Ani Ahavah.
Let's do it once more. Into that place of darkness. Shechina Ani Ahavah.
Shechina Ani Ahavah. Benot Yerushalayim. Shechina Ani Ahavah Ani. Shechina Ani Ahavah. Shechina Ani Ahavah Ani. Shechina Ani Ahavah.
So find in your body that place of pride, of expansion, place of release, this infinite power of light that we have in us. So we have these hidden places of shame that then get triggered by the world out there, and Brene Brown says owning our story can be hard, but not nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. Embracing our vulnerabilities is risky, but not nearly as dangerous as giving up on love and belonging and joy. The experiences that make us the most vulnerable. Only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. Only when we're brave enough to explore the darkness. So this the darkness out there just sends us to the darkness within, and we get to explore there and find in that darkness the infinite power of our light, which is I think the God spark within us, the image of God that is built into us, that we are kind of freeing with our practice. We are sparking, and there is this, the shame. Like there's something about shame, is that it's at the very root of it is our wish to be loved. Like we in every moment we want to be loved, and we kind of take that stance, and when that doesn't happen, it brings us to our dark places. But just to own that yearning in us to be loved feels like part of the healing is to be aware of that yearning in us that's always there to be loved. And our tradition gives us this possibility of being loved in every moment, not necessarily by the people that around you who might not love you in exactly the way you want, but through the great love, the Ahavah Rabah, and that is kind of the healing place to go when when we're disappointed in the world out there, the healing place to go is into the truth of that Ahavah Rabah, that we are always loved by this great love. And when Rachel and I got married, we wrote our ketubah that said, I open to the great love, that it might flow through me to you.
I remember.
Because it felt like my own way of loving was so flawed. But the great love, I could be a channel for that great love. And it feels so much safer in a way and more reliable. So I want to chant these words of this Ahavah Rabah that I wrote at a time when I was feeling so much of my own darkness. And I realized I was trying to get somebody else to make me feel better. But whenever I'm trying to get somebody else to make me feel better, it really doesn't work. And I kind of realized it didn't work. And so I went into the bathtub, and I started to chant these words, and I turning to the great love, and filling myself up in that way, and it's kind of a dance. We want to be able to feel it in our bodies. So I'm gonna say that if you want to stand up and dance it and feel the kind of an opening that this practice brings us to. It says, I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I receive your firm support and lean into your wide embrace. When I walk through your open door, I know the whole world as your face. Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu, Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I receive your firm support and lean into your wide embrace. When I walk through your open door, I know the whole world as your face. Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu, Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I receive your firm support and lean into your wide embrace. When I walk through your open door, I know the whole world as your face. Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu, Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu. I open to your blessing.
I open to your love. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I receive your firm support and lean into your wide embrace. When I walk through your open door, I know the whole world has your face. Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu, Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I receive your firm support and lean into your wide embrace. When I walk through your open door, I know the whole world has your face. Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu, Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu.
Once more, opening.
I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I open to your blessing. I open to your love. I receive your firm support and lean into your wide embrace. When I walk through your open door, I know the whole world has your face. Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu, Ahavah Rabah, Ahavtanu.
So I invite you to just take a few moments to close your eyes and bring your attention to the breath. And as you're breathing in, imagine that God is breathing into you and filling you with the great love. You take it into your heart, and on the out-breath, you're going to send it out into the world that is so needing that love now. So in each in-breath, take in the great love. On each out-breath, send it out. Be a channel for that great love. And see if you can clear the channels, just to really allow it through you. So with each breath, taking a little bit more of that Ahavah Rabah. And with each breath, getting out of the way and allowing it to come through you. And let's just take another moment to look around the KZOOM room and just give a blessing to everybody here, sending that great love through you.
Ooh, and blue hearts. I love those blue hearts. Cool.
So we the practices that we do. I mean, when I started doing this KZOOM back in March 2020, I had no idea that it would work. I was like, will this work? Can I actually feel the energy? Can I actually connect? And seeing your faces.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Yes, it's kind of miraculous, and I'm grateful. So that sense of being enoughness, the enoughness, and the text where it says, "My brothers quarreled with me." I just had this feeling like in the world that there's this argument going on that I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in an argument with the world. I want to, when I encounter that hatred in the world, I want to say, oh, now the world needs even more love. And I want to be able to be a channel for that love, instead of reacting to what is ugly and destructive. I want to be able to respond. So the next practice that and the thing that keeps me from doing that is that I get triggered. I get afraid, and so this next practice that I call trust in you, and you meaning the very biggest you that you are. It begins with this acknowledging of Yom Ira, which is the day, on the very day that I fear. Like becoming aware of, the most important thing when you're triggered is to notice that you're triggered so that you can do something about it. And if you don't notice, then there's a kind of a distortion in your field, lost. Right? Yeah.
Lost.
And you're lost in it. So I was aware of, these moments of Yom Ira, these moments of fear this week. And I want to be able to respond to that with a gesture of trust, of surrender, of seeing the wide perspective, of going to the really big picture. So Yom Ira is really acknowledging the fear and the reactivity in me, and then making a commitment that says, Ani, aylecha, evtach, and to you, and to you, God, I'm going to give this trust. And the trust is that we're on a very long trajectory, towards the enlightenment of the planet, and we're all light workers that are part of that process. And what it takes is for me to be able to turn from my fear and turn towards this place of possibility, the place of connection, and really let, to do that transformation inside me, really. So I thought we could support each other in that, in both acknowledging the Yom Ira, acknowledging what that fear is, and then the commitment that we make, which we witness each other's commitment as well, Ani, aylecha, and it's to you, the very large you of the goodness of life. I'm going to put my faith, my trust, I'm going to surrender into that larger vision. So I thought this would be a great practice for this moment.
Very good medicine for
yes.
this week.
Okay. So I invite you to get in touch with that place of fear inside you. Feel where it is in your body. Feel the way it stops your breath. And we want to totally come into the awareness of that reactivity in us, and with great compassion to be able to hold it,
great compassion.
and to kind of program ourselves that when we feel that fear, this is where we're going into that larger reality, into that mochin the gadlut, the big mind place. Okay. Yom Ira, 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 Yom Ira. Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach. Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha Yom Ira, 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 Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach, Ani aylecha evtach. Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira, Yom Ira,
aylecha evtach ani aylecha evtach ani aylecha evtach ani aylecha Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom
Yom
Ira
Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach
Once more.
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira
Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Yom Ira Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha evtach Ani aylecha Ani aylecha
So as you keep your eyes closed and bring your attention to the breath and breathe into the feeling of trust, of that basic trust, and feel it in your body as if you are being held. And you can lean back and you could relax into that sense of being held, feeling that trust in your body, feeling the trust in the essential goodness of life. So, our practice is to help us to come out from a sense of powerlessness into remembering where our power lies. And our power lies not necessarily in the ability to mold the circumstances that we would prefer out there, but the power lies in our ability to choose how you will meet those circumstances. That is our freedom of how we will respond to what is. And, and part of it is not getting caught really by, those places of alarm in us that tend to make us want to fixate on a fearful place. But that we have a choice in every moment of acknowledging what's there and then deciding where we want to put our attention. And I wanted to end with this practice called Romemu, which is, the word means lifting up. So we get to lift up something, some truth, some spark, some, power in us. We get to lift it up. And we have to do that quite deliberately. And
these days.
So, Romemu, and there's a YHVH there, which is an unpronounceable name of God that I want to pronounce in 3 different ways in order to lift up 3 different aspects of that divine energy that is in us. So, so the first is Havayah, which we're lifting up a sense of the holiness of being itself when we say Havayah, Romemu Havayah. We're lifting up that kind of awareness of the holiness of existence. And the second name that is Adonai. And the way that what I lift up when I say Adonai is the possibility of mastery. Of mastering my own response, my own reactivity, of mastering that, and I'm lifting up that possibility in that. And then the last name of God was the Shechina, which is that divine feminine immanence that is sometimes hidden away in the world, but through our awareness of it, we get to lift it up. With our, and so that's the Hebrew part. We're going to sing each of those names, lifting up the God spark, and then the English part that I chant says, raise up the truth, lift up our love, and honor the God within us. And it feels like that's the kind of the medicine that we need now is that. That we get to decide what we want to put our attention on, what we want to raise up, and what we want to raise up within us and in the world.
And it's raising the frequency, raising up.
Right. So you can either sing the Hebrew part with Romemu. We'll go through it once with the 3 different names, and then I'll add the English part. And such a blessing to be together and to magnify each other's intentions to be able to feel the power that we hold in a moment where we could feel powerless. So. Romemu Havayah Elohaynu, Romemu Havayah Elohaynu, Romemu Havayah Elohaynu, Romemu Havayah Elohaynu, Romemu Adonai Elohaynu, Romemu Adonai Elohaynu, Romemu Adonai Elohaynu, Romemu Adonai Elohaynu, Shechina, Romemu Shechina Elohaynu, Romemu Shechina Elohaynu, Romemu Shechina Elohaynu, Romemu Shechina Elohaynu. Uh-oh. Are you still? The power, you may be able, the power flickered off and on. You may still be able to hear us. I don't know. Don't know, but just in case, we'll keep chanting.